Hello everybody.
Hello.
I'm here with Meta Erbeznik. She's a diploma holder of the IPAL Institute and has been a tutor for 10 years. And we want to greet you into the new academic year at the IPAL Institute. This year with a new program which is going to include not only the seminars in Alchemy, Cosmology, Psychoanalysis series, but also a brand new group, which is an international introductory group in the IPAL Method. This group is going to start most probably in October 2024, and Meta is going to just say a few words about this group. We already have like 4 or 5 participants that would like to join, and Meta, maybe you can just say a few words before, and we'll do a separate video on the group later.
Yes. And each of us will have conversations individual so you can have opportunity to ask whatever you want about the group, because I believe every group is something special, and this one will be special for sure, because there will be many different energies from different countries, and the Method IPAL will be in its new stage with this group. I'm looking forward very, very much.
So the group is going to be a Zoom group, but
yes.
then you will also meet in London or in Oxford.
Maybe 2 times or
two or three times, yes. So that you can actually break this spell of the online work and come together.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Because this energy is different when we are together or we are on Zoom now.
And the group consists of 50 meetings, about 50
yes.
meetings of the group, and where you travel through the archetypes, right?
Yes, each meeting has its own theme, and day by day or meeting by meeting we are going deeper, and each symbol has its own dynamic, and you'll see. I think you will you will experience many new experiences in this group, because I suggest that you leave your expectations behind.
But this is hard.
Yes, I know. But we you'll exercise this, so that you don't miss what the group has for you
to offer.
Yes, to offer. So yeah.
So just to the structure of the technique of the IPAL method, it starts with active imagination.
Yes.
And then psychoanalysis, but then also placing the piece of active imagination into the birth chart, into the cosmogram, and then in this way experientially working and learning about astrology, symbolic cosmology, psychoanalysis, active imagination, dream interpretation.
Yes.
Well, in our next video, Meta is going to say more about the introductory group in the IPAL method, but you may also like to join online seminars. There is a new series of online seminars which I'm going to give once a month in online format. In the last academic year, 2023-2024, there were participants from 7 countries, and I think there are already some people applied for 2 or 3 more countries now. The series is called Alchemy, Cosmology and Psychoanalysis of Individuation. So I'm going to work on different aspects of individuation process in these seminars, always with planets, zodiac, alchemy, psychoanalysis, and of course active imagination. And these seminars are different topics that relate to how do we individuate, how do we become individuals, always of course in connection with the collective, because there is no collective unless there are individuals, and there is no individuals unless there is a healthy collective against which you individuate. So individuating always means working on yourself in depth. It means working with others, ideally in a group, introductory or seminar group, and then you individuate also by yourself when you study, when you write your diary, when you work with the IPAL method in a small group, also when you think, when you walk, and the most important thing, when you live your own inimitable, unrepeatable personal life. The themes that are going to be in this academic year series are, the first seminar will be on October 5th, and it's on necessity and free will as the archetypes of the collective and individual. In this seminar, the first seminar, we are going to see how the view of what is fated, predestined, and the free will in relation to that changed over history, and what does it mean now? What is fated, what is fate, what is the archetypes of fate and free will that we can learn and study in order to individuate. The second seminar will be on symptom as a symbol of the individuation process, and every symptom is not only a symbol, but it is also an incentive. It gives us clues, if only we are able to listen, how to develop, grow, and individuate further. And they are not only incentives, they're also inevitable, because if we didn't have any symptoms, then we would not be encouraged to develop, grow, and individuate. The third seminar in December is on the metaphysics of individuation. We are going to look at some, but don't be afraid, I'm going to try to explain this quite in a friendly, simplified manner, but we are going to look at different philosophical concepts of individuation from Plato and Aristotle through the medieval philosophers who struggled with the individuation and could never make it, because there was not yet the new era which allows for a perspective where an individuation process can be assessed. In our fourth seminar we will talk about identity, identification, and self-portraiture. Self-portraiture, how you draw yourself, not only as an artist, but as an ordinary man and woman, how you draw yourself, both with painting or pencil, but also how you draw yourself in how you live your life. So this is a portraiture that's so important, descriptive of individual. And we're going to talk about how do we fashion our own self-image, of course with the planetary and zodiac archetypes. In our February seminar, we will use a very probably quite famous quote of Shakespeare, "To thine own self be true." How do we become authentic, whole, and what are the four dimensions of man's being that all need to individuate in order for a person to become a happy, prosperous individual with a developed well-being. And then in the last four seminars, which are going to take place in April, May, June, and July 2025, we're going to talk about the four dimensions of individuation process. So the earthy dimension, or the bodily cogito, the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo dimension of individuation, and then of the psychic cogito, that is of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer dimensions of individuation process, then of the intuitive or spiritual dimension of the personal spirit, which is another important dimension of the individuation process, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then finally about the change in your own personal mindset, which is the most noble product of all individuation process, namely if we are able to develop our own way of thinking, not based on theory, but based on therapy, based on working on yourself, on oneself in depth, then we can really change the way we think, this thinking being the product of our experiences in our individuation process. It is only when I individuate that I can effectively change myself in all 4 dimensions of the body, psyche, spirit and mind. Well, I'm not going to keep you longer in this part of our introduction to the new academic year, which you are now receiving through your emailing, but will now give you a break, and I will see you in our next broadcasting, which will be included a little bit down in this mailing. So bye bye for now.
Bye, see you.
And see you soon.